We're on. All right, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us live. And for those of you that watch the replay, thank you for taking the time to connect to your team in this way. We have so much momentum right now. I don't know if you guys can feel it. Can you guys feel it coming out of Summit? It's palpable. It's happening. So I thought, what better to talk about than some of the momentum from Summit, and also just Q3 and Q4. Q3 and Q4 are upon us. Those of you that are able to join our 4:30 mastermind on Thursdays, which is not very many of you, there's about 5 or 6, 7 or 8 of us every week, we set our mid-year business goals. Goals and action plans. That's what we did last Thursday. So sort of that same vein, but to the larger team. Let's talk about Q3 and Q4. And I've got some tough things to say tonight. So I hope you're ready to grow and learn and be kind of gently pushed by me tonight. Maybe not so gently. I don't know. So here we go. Many coaches have the goal of being part of a 15-star diamond team. That's a superstar diamond team. And many coaches have the goal of creating a 15-star superstar team. And, you know, my upline, I'm her only diamond. So that's a long stretch for me to imagine me personally being part of a 15-star team. So I don't know, like I put myself in you guys' shoes, particularly those of you guys that are personally sponsored by me. And I thought to myself, like, is that something that they would want? Like, is that something that I would want if I were them, to be part of one, and then also to duplicate and become one? And I think I can speak for most of you, and I believe that is something that as a team we can strive for, both collectively as part of Team Play Hard, but individually as part of your unique individual teams. Many of you guys have team names. Some of you guys have team pages. Many of you are diamond or close to diamond. So we're going to talk about that tonight. And I'm the kind of person that sets goals that are audacious, that are a stretch, but that aren't like wildly audacious, if you know what I mean. Like, I want to hit my goals. So I'm not like the kind of person that says, like, in year 1 of being a coach, I want to be a 15-star diamond this year. That's not sort of just the way psychologically I'm really motivated by setting a very hard goal, but one that I think is truly attainable. So I often, in this business is in flux and our team changes, and even the dynamics that I'm going to address tonight could be different tomorrow. But I took a hard look here in the middle of 2017, coming out of Summit with all this momentum, and so many of you on the precipice of diamond, or so many of you having 2-star diamond goals. Brittany Adamson is going to come talk to us this Thursday morning about that, and to you guys directly. But I thought, where am I really at? Where's Team Play Hard really at in the picture of being a superstar diamond team? We've been an elite team for 2 years in a row. My lifetime rank is 7-star. A couple of those diamonds have bobbled. Where are we really at? What's really realistic? And what's something we could like really actually lay on the table, look at together, and push for together? Because if I can get there, I can teach it. If we can do it, we can duplicate it. So I took a hard look at the downline. I mean, I opened up my sponsorship drill down, and some of you guys have seen it and looked over my shoulder when we've been at live events together like Summit, even though we had no Wi-Fi in New Orleans. It was catastrophic. I've asked for a refund, by the way, on that entire VRBO. I opened up my sponsorship drill down. I do this regularly, but I did it with different lenses today in preparation for this team call. And I looked at every single one of your names. And I thought about your faces. And then I opened up, I clicked that little plus sign next to those of you that are building and builders. And I opened it up and I looked at your teams and your teams within your teams and your teams within your teams within your teams within your teams, because we're starting to grow deep. Right, Danae? Danae was at Summit and she was like my great, 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 great grandbaby. So we're starting to really grow roots in this tree. And that's exciting. That means we're flourishing. We want roots. And I took a look at my first business center, and I think that it is today, might be different in a month, might be different tomorrow. I don't think we're a 15-star diamond team this year. I would tell you if I thought we were. I would be pushing for it if I thought we were. I am pushing for it in the back of my mind, but when I take a hard look at our team, I see my primary business center as being potentially today 10-star. Am I cutting out, Brian? Brian says in the chat, I'm cutting out. Am I cutting out to y'all? Jelliet says I'm fine. Brian, maybe it's you. Let me see. All right. Everyone thinks I'm fine, Brian. It must be you. Okay. So I saw 10 of you in my first business center that I thought today are diamond material. Whether you already are diamond or you're almost diamond or you're diamond and you've lost it and you could, whatever, whether you're a new coach, there's a couple of you that are brand new and I'm like diamond material today, diamond material. They're not even emerald yet. There's 10 that I think today in my primary business center are diamond material. And I'll tell you what I mean by diamond material as we go on. Then I looked in my second business center and I see 3 right now today, 3. It's a big business center, a lot of coaches in there. I looked at my husband's business center, which I'm growing. I didn't see any. I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings if you're placed under my husband's business center. I didn't see any diamond material in his business center today. And it's not just all about me. So I looked at Kristen's and I looked at Brian's and I looked at Jelliet's and I looked at Sandra's and I opened you guys up and I looked down and I asked myself, who in Kristen's team is diamond material? Who in Brian's team is diamond material? Who in Jelliet's team is diamond material? Who in Mark's team is diamond material? Who in Nick's team is diamond material? And I took a hard look because it's not all about me. So I want to just ask you, what do you think I thought when I saw your name? Do you think I looked at your name and I thought this coach has what it takes and is doing what it takes? I mean, honestly. And if you want to know, you can ask me privately and I'll tell you. So I think a 10-star push is a great goal for Team Play Hard coming into the back half of the year. I think it's possible we can exceed that. But more importantly, let's address the issue of like, why not more? We're a huge team and we're a growing team and we're a team with a lot of people that come on wanting to work, wanting success, not just in fitness, but in business. And by the way, in creating this call tonight, I presumed that I wouldn't have discount coaches on here, because why would a discount coach hop on a team call? So I'm operating under the assumption that I can dish this kind of content out to you because you're showing up, which means you probably care about your business success on some level. So I will tell you this. When I looked at your names and I thought through each of you one at a time, and I came to and I drew a conclusion. Would I count this person as a diamond? Diamond right now, someone that I think has what it takes right now. That could change, but right now to be a diamond, it wasn't age, it wasn't body type, had nothing to do with your personal style, your amount of followers, your longevity in this business, how long you've been a coach, your salesiness, or your network marketing prowess. It had nothing to do with that. And it certainly had nothing to do with what you say, because at the risk of sounding a little bit jaded, I have learned in 5 years of this business not to put a whole lot of stock into what a coach says they want, but to put a whole lot of stock into what I see them doing, into the action that they take. And sometimes those action coaches are very quiet and don't do a lot of talking about how they're going to hit this goal and do this and they're not always big talkers, but they're doers. So that's what I've learned to listen to, is the action and not the words. Here's what I look for in determining, gosh, is this coach on track for their goals? Is this coach potentially diamond, 2-star diamond, 5-star, 10-star, 15-star diamond material themselves? Do I see this coach having a dynasty? Do I see this coach? Like, it was so cool at Summit, you guys. We had the biggest Summit group we've ever had, and we had team shirts. And it was so special to me to see this big group. In fact, we were supposed to wear these white t-shirts that they gave us that say, I am Team Beachbody. We were supposed to wear them to General Assembly, but we didn't get the memo. And our shirts were literally black. So we were literally like the black sheep. We were the black sheep in our black shirts. And I was kind of embarrassed. And I was like, I hope Jeff Hill doesn't see me. And I hope Michael Neiman doesn't see that it's my team in black. But then I got proud. And then I was like, look at us. But then it went bigger than me. And I was like, I want to be here as a team, as Team Play Hard, but I want to be here and have a sea of t-shirts in a different color that don't have Team Play Hard on them, but they're one of you guys' teams and another one of you guys' teams, and we're all sitting together, or we come together for a big dinner, but we are big organizations within an organization. So what I look for is, are you in the team page? Do you show up consistently in the team page? And that looks 2 different ways to me. Well, more than that, but is 3 a C? Felder, yes. Felder had his team shirts and he had his Sogo. Yes, it was more like a tributary. I don't know if it was a C, but it was definitely like a tributary, a Kansas tributary. Yeah. I'll take it. You'll take it. Okay. So the couple different ways that looks is when coaches come in asking questions. Like today, Marie came in. Actually, there's a couple questions Marie asked this week. One of them was about how to get the Chris Downing YouTube videos, and the other was asking for a team cup. So sometimes it's asking questions like that. I'm always excited by people that come in and ask questions because it means they want to grow. It means they don't have an ego. And to me, no ego is a sure sign of growth. And then people that are answering questions. I've noticed a lot, Jake, and he's not on this call, but have you guys noticed how he's practically a Team Play Hard admin? I mean, if it takes me an hour to get to Facebook, by the time I log back into Facebook, he's answered the questions that you guys are asking. I'm not asking him to do that. I've never asked him to do that. It's just his own desire to lead and innate ability to lead. So it's showing up, answering questions. It's showing up, asking questions. It's welcoming coaches. I know if you listen to the National Wake Up Call, and don't think for a second I always want to listen to that thing. I don't always want to listen to that thing. I'm sorry this is going on YouTube, but I didn't love hearing Isabel Deichler talk about daily sunshine. I heard the one today. Jelliet told me today's National Wake Up Call, she said is fire. She's going to listen to it twice, take notes. But anyway, I don't always want to do that, but it's something that we're supposed to do. And so I do it. And I know if you guys listen, you know how I know? Because when you listen to the National Wake Up Call, you really can't help but comment about it and post about it or say that you listen to it. So those are the types of things I'm looking for. People that come on the team call, and I know not everybody can. Tristine's on tonight, but Tristine notoriously can't always get on, but she always comments that she watches the replay when we're done. So I do pay attention, you guys. I'm very aware of who's sort of in the mix. I know who's doing the workouts. I mean, I'm pretty sure I know because I follow y'all on Instagram and Facebook. And like, is there any question that Jen Elliott is pushing play every day? Is there any question that Brian Saunders is pushing play every day? I don't think so. I don't think so. That's the kind of thing. Danae, no question. No question. Being active on Shakeology. You guys know I can look in my sponsorship drill down. And if you're not drinking Shakeology, it says inactive. So those kinds of things tell me, like, if this coach wants to be earning $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, have a dynasty, hit a diamond rank, hit a two, but they're not active on Shakeology. And then consistency. So we talked a lot at Summit. Danae gave me a word she's probably going to regret for the end of time giving me this word, but she got it from Shalene, but about sprinting. Sprinting is dangerous in this business, and I'm not beating her up. I love her to death. I'm actually so appreciate that word. It's helping me lead. Sprinting is dangerous. So I'm going to talk about that in a second. Okay. So, have an employee mindset. If your boss, if you are an employee at this thing that we do, if you were an employee, if your boss was watching, how would you work? I know Kristen normally power hours. I'm sorry I keep giving so many references to you guys, but Kristen normally power hours like 3 times a week with Jake. Jake's out of town. She immediately hitches up with Tammy, and they're getting up early in the morning, I think like 3 times this week, getting up early in the morning to power hour. Not fun. It's not even fun to power hour in the middle of the day with a cup of coffee in your hand, but getting up early to do it, that is showing up to work like you're an employee and your boss is watching. But you know what? No one's watching. It's like integrity. Integrity is who you are when no one's looking. So how are you in this business when no one's looking? What would your challengers think if they could read your mind about the business? What would your coaches think if they could read your mind? Some of you might have heard me say this at Summit. I think I mentioned it at Summit in a slightly different context, but similar. You guys know I'm a master trainer. We Zoom all the time. We have Zoom meetings all the time, just like this with the master trainers, usually regionally. And my boss's name is Barb. And one day, Carl Deichler gets on our call. And Barb later told us that she was embarrassed because there were people eating, there were people laying on their sofa, there were people just being really casual, and it was a business meeting. And El Jefe, Carl Deichler, showed up. So how do we want to work? How would we work if Carl Deichler was watching? If he was sitting next to us while we power houred. Sherry's on, right? Yeah, Sherry's on. She's rocking Link. I was telling her today, she created a bunch of different scripts for different types of people. She's doing all this inviting. She's trying to hit Success Club her first month. She's diamond material, new coach, diamond material. And she's doing the stuff that I told her today I'm like, that is the least fun part of what we do as coaches. You're doing, and you're making a habit already. Oh, thank you, Dana. Oh, Dana is awesome in our chat. I don't know if you guys make a habit of reading our chat during the calls, but we need to. Okay. So, one more point under have an employee mindset is something that we talked about at Summit too. Is Nicole on? Nicole's not on, is she, Jelliot? But we talked about how at Summit was really disheartening. There's 20 to 25,000 people in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, and towards the end of these long seminars, we're all exhausted. We're mentally exhausted too because we're learning so much. You would see this mass exodus of coaches just flooding out of their seats it's like before the end of a game. I think that happens. I'm not really a sports spectator, but I was embarrassed and I was disheartened that these entrepreneurs would get up and leave. I thought it was really disrespectful to the speaker, and I felt sad. I felt sorry for the speakers who had to try to keep their composure while they see little floods. They're like floods of people leaving the stadium while they're talking. And we talked about, I think Kristen and I talked about how at leadership in San Diego, when you're 5-star, you can go to leadership, and I've gone the last 2 years. That never happens. Nobody leaves their seat unless they're going to pee their pants. Nobody leaves their seat. Unless they're going to throw up, nobody leaves. But you know what the difference is? Those are leaders. Those are 5-star and above. Those are elite coaches. Those are boss mentality people that are there to learn and soak up everything they've got. So I was really proud of us because we kept our butts in our seats and we were like the coaches at leadership. I was really proud of us. So again, just have an employee mindset. If we were employees and not self-employed entrepreneur, whatever, would we get up and leave in the middle of a business seminar? I don't think so. Okay, moving on. Something that Melissa McAllister taught in one of our, and I'm going to wrap pretty soon, guys, about 5 more minutes. That the most important, just by a smidge, just by a tiny, just by a hair, the most important vital behavior for a new coach is being proof that our products work. Just ever so slightly, it's the most important one for a new coach. So here's where I'm going to kind of touch back on that whole notion of sprinting too. Not that the sprinting necessarily correlates with proof that the product works, because sprinting very much can mean being all in and on the team calls and running challenge groups and posting on social media. And then whoop, storefronts closed for a couple months, or storefronts closed until the next live event where you get an emotional shot in the arm. And then I'm going to run another challenge group. That's sprinting too. We discredit ourselves if we don't either. So please hear me out right. Please hear what I'm trying to say. We discredit ourselves if we don't appear either fit or working on our fitness. If we're not appearing one of those two ways, fit and maintaining fit, or working on our fitness from where we began, we discredit ourselves. It doesn't mean being a size 4 at all. It's your best shape for you, working towards your best size and shape for you, which doesn't mean skinny not in my book. It's working on your best self physically, because like I've said many times, this is a fitness business. That's what we signed on for. Not lips, not skin, not mascara, not insurance, not sex toys. Sorry, I don't know where that came from, but it's a thing. Fitness. We're representing fitness. Your social media has to tell an authentic story about either your arrival at your fitness goals or your progress to your fitness goals. Felder. Worse is that you don't just discredit yourself, but you could be discrediting our company and our products, which means your fellow teammates. It's an important piece to your success. On that note, on Thursday during the mastermind, we set year-end business goals and action plans. I posted in Team Play Hard the projection for product launches So I'm going to invite you. You can do whatever you want. I don't care. I don't care what you guys do. If you want to do 21-day fix and T25 and hammer and chisel and body beast. I don't care what you do as long as you're doing something. Here's what I'm doing. Write it down. Shift Shop in August. It's new. Catch the wave. I don't care if you're doing something else. I don't care. But if you don't know what you're doing, do the Shift Shop. August 7th is a Monday. Some of you already started. Great if you've already started. If you don't have a plan, August 7th is right around the corner. And in light of work on your fitness, we've got Shift Shop in August. You're all invited to do the Ultimate Reset September 1st. You don't have to. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I'm not going to be upset. I don't care if you don't do it. But I am inviting you to consider it. I did a whole entire team call about the Ultimate Reset, I think 3 weeks ago. And it was a good call. Listen, if you haven't, go back and listen. And I explain all about it if you've never done it before. And I showed my transformation. It'll change your fitness. You won't look or feel the same when you come out of that program. If you're looking for that vital behavior of proof, Ultimate Reset, September 1st, you're invited. October, Clean Week. That's just 1 week. But that'll be cool because Ultimate Reset is going to take Shift Shop, Ultimate Reset, maybe October is light for you in terms of running a challenge group. Maybe you just run one week challenge with the new Megan, I never know how to say her last name. I want to say Megan Trainor, but that's a singer, right? I'm always saying, but I feel like Trainer because she's a trainer, and then I feel like when I say Megan Davies, I'm like, no, I'm just confusing that with like Stephanie Davies. Megan Davies, that is launched in October. Why not do it when it launches? November, Double Time is launched. Grab a partner, grab a child, grab a parent, grab whomever. It's your chance to do something new. And you get more traction on YouTube and stuff, you guys. If you can start YouTubing about things that are new, like if you can start putting content out for Shift Shop, for example, now, you realize everyone and their brother, millions of people you realize want to know what the Shift Shop is, right? And you know they go to Google, right? You know everyone, they Google that shit. They Google that shit, and you know Google owns YouTube, right? And you know you can search engine optimize. You can put search words into your video, and people can find you. Do product review every day. Brian, you're doing it. He's on like day 4. Every day when you're done, do a review of what you think of, 2 minutes long. A review of whatever the first workout is. I don't even know. I haven't done any of it yet. Do a review. And then when Clean Week comes out, do it. When Double Time comes out, do it, because people will find you on YouTube. It's a little trick. It's a big trick. You should take advantage of it. All right. So that was basically under being proof that the products work. And then lastly, I'm going to end here, kind of. Sorry. 4 more minutes. Tell your story before people are listening. I'm going to show you something. Don't laugh. Well, actually, I don't care if you laugh. It's okay with me if you laugh. I might laugh. Tell your story before people are listening. That's me like 4 years ago with bangs. Ellen, and if you're receiving this video, it's probably because I have talked to you about the Beachbody business or one of the... Okay, I'll spare you the pain of watching that video. It's 8 minutes long. It's horrible. I think I said 400 times. I think I was pooping my pants. I was so scared, and I think I probably made 20 versions of that video before I uploaded one to YouTube. I didn't have anyone following my YouTube channel. Not that I'm some YouTube sensation right now, because I'm not, but my channel has grown, and I have eyes on my channel from strangers now today. But you know why? Because I started sharing and storytelling and talking and putting content out, not just on YouTube, everywhere, before people were listening. Now they're listening. Yes, I'm reading the chat. I'm going to go back and read that chat in a little bit more in a second. So tell your story before people are using, and if you're making video, if you make a live video on Facebook, download it to your camera roll, upload it to YouTube from your camera roll, take a 1-minute clip, the best clip, upload it to your Instagram, repurpose your content. Unless it's bad, then delete all of it, which I do all the time. So, remember we talked last week about high performance. We had an impromptu team call on a Tuesday night because we were traveling on Monday. We talked about high performance, Brendan Bouchard, and I said, create the joy. Show up with the joy. Don't wait for the joy. Bring the strength. Bring the courage. Muster it up. Foster it. Show up with it. Tell your story. Don't put the cart before the horse. Tell your story before people are listening. That's how you'll find them. And you got to start. Like, I'm probably further along than you guys because I've told my story more often. I've been a coach longer than everyone on this call, with maybe the exception of Leona. I've been telling my story for years. I haven't always been good at telling my story, and my story keeps changing. Tell your story. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're not perfect, so you can't tell a perfect story. But start sharing your story consistently, regularly. Little note to those of you guys that have your own little team pages, again, and you feel like maybe there aren't a lot of people that are engaged on your team, because maybe you have a lot of discount coaches. That's okay. Show up, lead anyway. Lead before you have people to lead. Storytell before people are listening. Bring the joy to the room. Put the cart before the horse. Okay, the last thing I wanted to show you, and I'm going to post this graphic in our team page, from Melissa McAllister. Let's see. How come I can't expand my page, you guys? Why is it so little? Oops. What am I doing wrong here? How do I expand my page? Here? Aha. Here. Okay. This graphic right here, win the week. Melissa McAllister gave it to us. I already saw that Scotty Hobbs changed it to his team as well. I saw him teaching it to his team via YouTube. And so this is basically a glorified business activity tracker for the week. It's kind of a bold, lofty business activity tracker, and I really like it. It's asking for 3 healthy meals a day. It's asking for 21 challenge group invites, 3 a day, or cluster them how you like. 5 workouts a week. That's not so bad. 3 posts about coaching. Even if it's like, I was on the team call tonight and da-da-da-da-da-da. That's a post about coaching. 3 recognition posts. 7 Shakeologies, 7 lifestyle posts. That could be you walking your dog. 7 fitness nutrition posts. Again, we are in the fitness business. 7 PD reads, 2 sales, this should be 4 points, but 2 challenge pack sales, so 4 points, and 1 new coach a week. It's lofty. It's a lofty goal, but it's a great way for us in closing tonight to work towards becoming that 10 and eventually 15-star team that I know we can be, and that I don't just want for myself. I want it because it means your success too. And then I want it to carry on, the legacy, the roots to grow deeper. Yes, we need to print it out so that, exactly, we're going to print it out. In fact, Kristen and I were talking about printing out our business activity trackers, and the regular bat is awesome too. Like the regular old-fashioned bat in the Coach Online office is stellar, but I like that one just because I do. Printing it out and then writing the names of everybody we talk to and everything on the back side of it. So that's a really good idea, depending on your learning style. So just to conclude, you guys, tonight, and then I'm going to give some announcements. In terms of this 3rd quarter, 4th quarter, we're halfway through the year. I do see us as a 10-star team this year. I do. Maybe in a couple months I'll see us as a 15-star team. maybe we won't, but I see that potential now. So ask yourself, did she think about, what'd she think when she saw my name? And is it consistent with what my goals are? Am I showing up in the team page? Do I vox or communicate with my upline? How involved am I and how consistent am I? Do I sprint or am I steady? Do I have an employee mindset? How do I treat my business when no one's looking? Because guess what? No one's looking. We're solo in this thing. And then how are you with being proof and sharing your story consistently over and over again? And are you doing it even now before people are listening? Don't wait for people to listen. And then lastly, let's get a better grip on tracking our vitals with that win the week. Someone's unmuted and I'm trying to figure out who, and I fixed it. Okay, real quick announcements and then we'll turn it over to questions, and I'm going to read the chat too. Brittany Adamson is coming on Thursday, 11 a.m. I'm sure that time doesn't work for most of you. I know Marie has a client at that time. I know you guys have lives and many of you have jobs. So, I'm going to record it, which means she's going to have to dial it down. If I don't record Brittany, she's like real. But if I record it, we got to tamper it down. But I'll record it. Team Cup. I'm really happy to see you guys are enrolling in Team Cup. Brian's team needs 2 people. Yep, Brian's team needs 2 people, so let's help him out with that. Expect information from me this week on Summit next year, housing arrangements. We rented a house, yada, yada, yada. Expect details there. And then the last thing I wanted to I meant to not stop the recording. The last thing I wanted to let you know is the sneak peek this week is canceled on Wednesday unless you really have people to invite, in which case I can do it, but it's going to be at 7:30 at night, not 6:30 at night. So you'll have to let me know at some point if you guys need me to do a business presentation live on Wednesday, like our calendar says. If so, it's going to have to be late. But all of us had massive schedule conflicts. And thank you, Dana. We do have a couple of recorded sneak peeks that are just great. So you can always send those. And let me look at this chat. You guys, we had 48 chats in the chat bar. Brian, it would be so easy when you're already creating video to upload to YouTube. It really would. And you video really well. You guys are funny. True fans stay to the end. Right, Amber. Yeah, the Shift Shop on YouTube, we're supposed to have access to Chris Downing's YouTube videos, and I think there's a problem with that right now. Anything else, guys? What do you guys have to say? Unmute. How are you guys doing? Anyone?
Hey, Ellen, it's Christine.
Hi.
Hey, I couldn't find, and Kara couldn't find it either, the Facebook page that has Carl Deichler, the Ship Shop Challenge. There's a few of the uppers are doing the challenge too. Do you know what that Facebook page is?
You mean the big, huge group?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, there's a big Facebook group.
It's the one that Carl's doing.
Yeah, you guys couldn't find it?
I
will find it. I am going to make it my mission.
Thank you.
But I don't think you, oops, echo, hold on.
Is there a big group for it? I thought it was just those videos you share into your personal groups.
No, I think there's
on the tracker app.
I think there's a big group.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong. Well,
Oh, I thought it was the Team Beachbody Coach 411.
is that where all the content is going?
Actually, that sounds about right, because I think I saw you had posted something about that, or there was like a shared post from corporate that had that information in it. That's probably right, Brian.
I'm getting stuff from Carl in my challenge group, like every day.
About the shift shop?
Yes. Yep.
So I thought there was just like you create your own group in the app or Facebook or wherever, and then you go to TBB 411 and they have a link in there. I actually shared that link into the Team Play Hard thread where you just pull the videos, the URL from YouTube, and post it into your group.
Where did you find the link? In the 411?
Yeah, the 411 shared about it today, and then in one of the comments they replied back and put a link in there, so I copied that and put it into Team Play Hard.
That's the one I got, right?
Yeah, I replied back to your comment, so you should get a notification.
Yeah, I got it. Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry I didn't know. I thought there was a massive Facebook group like they always do, but he was going to come in live every day and that we could pull those.
No, it comes in live right in your challenge group. See? Can you see? This is my challenge group, and he's posting in it.
Oh. But what about those of us that want to run them later? I thought we could, I know that we can get access to those YouTube links and use them in later groups. That's
there's like a YouTube playlist. I think if you click on the link, you'll be able to find the videos. I think they're just going to upload them each day.
Look, wait, hold on. Watch. Hang on a second.
Midnight each day they upload.
My team is confused on where Chris is posting his videos for the challenge. Me too. Is he going live in the app, or are we looking for the videos in YouTube? Please let me know where I should direct my team. And then the Star Diamond rep says, starting today, you will be able to share exclusive content with your Shift Shop, including videos from Super Trainer Chris Downing, adding weekly to your Shift Shop challenge. Yeah, and then there's the group. It's in the champions page. There's a link to the group in the champions page, this group. If you are running my challenge tracker app like Marie, we are creating daily videos. So champions page, I'll copy and paste this into our team. Any other questions or any other comments, or anyone want to share? Anyone who was at Summit want to share about how awesome it was?
It was awesome. I loved it. But I'm trying to work now, okay?
All right, yeah, let's get to work, you guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to end the recording, and I will see you guys. Thank you so much for being on tonight. Bye. Peace out. Bye, guys.